Oh, is it not actually gonna work? There we go. Maybe. Okay. Alrighty.
I'm really sorry about all this. But the testimony in the Shackling prison won't take up much of your time. I'll call for a messenger to take you to the interrogation division.
As you wish, General.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the Interrogation Division also know your purpose in coming.
Huh.
The Shackling prison. I didn't expect to be back here after all these years. Dan Heng, don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you. This is one of many entrances used for temporary access. Since you're not actual prisoners, it makes sense for you to use this entrance. Please come on in, dear guests.
What are you looking at?
The Shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid, or the judges will throw you back in there and lock you up for a few hundred years.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself. So stay alert.
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiao Cho and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal Hule to the Yaoqing. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation. I assume you've been briefed, Your Honor.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin Abominations of Abundance and the arch-nemesis of the Foxians, is responsible for 2,123 wars of aggression and countless associated crimes. Due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the Shackling Prison and subjected to the punishment of the Forest of Swords until the end of time. He shall never be pardoned.
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor. He is the greatest enemy of us Foxians. The stories of his atrocities are used to terrify our children. I'm well aware of every crime he's committed. Let's move on to the next step.
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children, but your knowledge about him is likely very limited. Only the judges of the Ten Lords Commission truly know what kind of abomination is locked up at the bottom of the Shackling Prison. It has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, captured Hule. And during all those years, we never provided him with any food. Yet he somehow managed to stay alive. It defies all the documented physical characteristics of the Borisin. The Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is a device of intense torment, used to execute sinful abominations. Most Borisin die within 3 days in the forest, but Hule is different. Every time the blades pierce him, his body instantly heals. Despite the brutal punishment, he somehow manages to survive. The complex rules are there because of his abnormal characteristics. Do you understand now?
I apologize for any offense caused. Please continue, Your Honor.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. Please make sure you read them carefully. And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hule.
Just swallow it already. Hule is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupatoxin that induces fear. Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their lupatoxin. This pill is for our own mental well-being.
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine, let's proceed. Your Honor.
What is it?
No. Never mind. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Let's keep moving.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
This place... it's still as cold as it used to be. Sorry, I was just reminiscing about some unpleasant memories. Thank you. It's all my fault that you were involved in the Xianzhou's problems. You shouldn't have to see the inside of the Shackling Prison. I'm so sorry. I wish I could show you the real sights of the Luofu. The 6 charioteers might have more power over the rest of this Xianzhou ship. But here, in the Shackling Prison, is the judges of the Ten Lords Commission who call the shots. The judges will use a complicated interrogation device called the Karmic Mirror. It accurately tracks every physiological change during questioning and records it. Therefore, the judgment made here will be sufficient to convince the other administrators of the Xianzhou. At least they won't attempt to challenge the conclusions. Perhaps that's why Fei Xiao insisted that we come here. Okay. But watch your step. This place is not like the others.
Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please.
What do we have here?
Welcome, dear guests from the Express. Judge Hanya of the Interrogation Division. We've met before. You don't want to see me? Well, in that case, I can call in the judge who's an expert in acupuncture, or the one who's handy with axes and saws, or the one who knows all about whips and ropes. We've got plenty of options here, and we'll find one that suits your taste. Just kidding. We judges work in shifts, and it just happens to be my shift. Maybe we're destined to cross paths. Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demons in the Fixtral Garden.
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Xianzhou Luofu.
Even though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the Ten Lords. So, please do as I command as we head to Scrivener Hall and beyond. Don't do anything without my permission. This is not a place for ordinary mortals. You and Mr. Danheng, please come with me.
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward. And please, watch your steps. Be very careful and watch your step as you make your way through. The terrain inside the Shackling Prison is treacherous. One wrong move, and you could end up plunging into the depths. And if you're really unlucky, you might be frozen solid or burned to a crisp before anyone can help you. But with your skills, I don't think you need to worry about that. You're funny. This prison does contain many layers. We even brought in Vidyadhara Ichor line craftsmen to introduce the ingenuity of Delve enchantment. What you're seeing now is just one part of the Shackling Prison.
Perhaps. Judging from the appearance, much of the architecture in this prison has a Vidyadharan style. So, perhaps they did have a hand in building this place back then.
Well, the paths here serve as both passageways for the Ten Lords Commission and barriers for the prisoners. Most prisoners locked up here have committed serious crimes violating the Xianzhou legal code, and many of them are denizens of abundance like Borzin, Wenham, and Wingweavers. To be honest, these abominations are pretty good at trying to break out. So, as long as the treacherous terrain here makes it harder for them to escape, the Ten Lords Commission doesn't have any complaints. Please, come this way. I heard the war dance is about to be held in the mortal world. I remember watching a sword duel at the war dance with my sister when we were young. The Cloud Knight, who was the Luofu's ringmaster, was an amazing swordsman, and their sword flashed like lightning. The Outworld Challenger had fiery red hair and a hand made of steel, which roared like thunder. They battled for a long time before a winner could be declared. Time sure flies. Now, both my sister and I are residents of the Netherworld, and we will never again feel the thrill of a competition. Are there a lot of people in Starskiff Haven due to the war dance? Sounds amazing. It's a shame I'm too busy to attend. But even if I could, I'd probably just scare people off with my current appearance. Let's get going then.
Freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delve. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this. Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out. Ugh, what an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
These crates, they look oddly familiar.
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC transport ship that was attacked by Borison. Then, a bunch of those abominations were dumped into this place. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance, but throwing both the pirates and the cargo in jail? That's a new one. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records in the Hall of Karma about these wise ones. They love to tinker with forbidden technologies, always trying to push the limits of Ingenia. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance to Borison. I wonder what they're planning this time. Well, business first. Let's keep moving.
Oh.
Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
What's happening here? Why are these things moving on their own? Something is wrong. The guards aren't responding.
I'll melt it all down. To Earth, it descends with might. Eradicate. Again.
Stay back, Clara.
Right on time.
All in!
Are you all right?
I'm okay.
Spain is going wild, just like a Borison.
Looks like we're on our own for this one.
Yes, you. Pulverizing sword strike.
Don't ask, just
That
spend.
might have been a mistake.
There's more to life than drawing breath.
Okay, she'll get
All
another turn
things are as
before it
one.
triggers.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Zorro. Right on time.
Watch your head.
I'll melt it all down.
Oh, okay.
Clouds, it cleaves a path.
All in.
Stay back, Clara.
Yes, you.
Going all in. Tabs on me.
What? Okay, so the game just completely lied to me the other day about how that mechanic
Right
works
on
then, I
time.
guess.
Watch your head.
Oh well, having her turn delayed benefits me more than it hurts me, honestly.
Yes, you.
All in.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Zorro. I'm not afraid of you. I'll melt it all down. To Earth, it descends Right on time. Yes, you!
Stay back, Clara. Detecting damage.
Right on time.
Great. Okay.
Damage sustained.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your
Actually,
head.
might have been better to do that differently. Oh well.
A picture of grace and elegance. Pay attention.
Stay back, Clara.
Yes, you!
All in.
Target threat index lowered. Commencing annihilation.
The outcome lies within the self, not the sword. Rock-shattering slash!
All right, I'll call your bet.
There's more to life than drawing breath. All things are as one.
Right on time. I'm okay. Yes, you!
Watch your head.
I need to be brave. Gonna show me what you're made of? Pulverizing sword strike!
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols, cutting off power to the mechs and sealing the crates. How could these mechs still start moving?
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. These goods went haywire and attacked everyone in sight. The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found some unusual structures within. These things showing up in the Shackling Prison can only mean one thing.
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the Skyfaring Commission and Cloud Knights how dangerous they were. They wanted these mechs to end up right here, in the Shackling Prison.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, then the whole prison is in trouble, I'm afraid. And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of the Shackling Prison, the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. And the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast manages to break free, it will be a catastrophe for the Xianzhou Luofu.
Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most notorious felons are locked away in the solitary delves, deep down in the prison. Those delves can't be opened without proper authorization. The Blue Bird paves the path, and the Stygian lanterns illuminate it. Help me light up these lanterns, and the way to the bottom of the Shackling Prison will reveal itself.
Right. I forgot the game won't actually let me look at the mechanics of the trial character. Okay.
I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look.
I'm just gonna assume from the bottom to the top is the important part. The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hulay. According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xianzhou La Fu once every century to check on this abomination's imprisonment and condition. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hulay to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand that the Yao Qing messengers want to see him dead. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed. Because this beast simply can't be killed.
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, it might help balance out some of the sins he's committed. Could you be the key to a cure for the General, Hulay?
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Who's there?
How was I supposed to know you wouldn't be able to join? And also, I told you that I was going to stream today.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level. Send reinforcements.
Nobody will hear you here, at the bottom of the shackling prison. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No worries.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination. Do your thing, Morsa.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer! Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside the shackles, we found soldiers of Valence everywhere.
Okay. That's
Needs a little more heat.
Did you come here of your own volition? Or was existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion?
Better hedge your bets. Can't lose this one.
A picture of grace and elegance. Eternal melody.
Oh, I should have put up my shield. Oh well.
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
I suggest you surrender now. Of course, I'll still kill you all.
Oh boy.
But I promise it'll be swift.
Of course. As always, the game just completely screws me over.
The dice have been cast.
This is why I literally only ever use Fushun.
Bust.
This is what happens every single time I don't.
Take it all. No dirty tricks, all right?
I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Half the work is already done. From the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering soul.
All right, I'll call your bet. Going all in. Tabs on me. Watch your head.
It's just a tweener massage.
Another journey begins. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. How familiar.
All in. Better hedge your bets.
Let the enemy strike first, and then take them by surprise. Let's add more seasoning.
How presumptuous. Die now!
Leave it. If you can, Morsa.
It's not time yet.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Better to make no move than wait for your...
From the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering soul. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Guard the gate! They can't be allowed in!
So, if stuff as meaningless as that is all you have to say, then I'm not really sure why you're saying anything.
My first meal after regaining my freedom is the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred. A sad scene indeed.
It's been a long time, boy. Welcome back.
So is Xianzhou just the killing characters off part of the game?
How many times has the old verdant home spun around since our last hunt? Duran's whelp, tell me your name.
I guess if
great
Shui is an
Wu-Lei,
automata, though,
nemesis
hypothetically,
of the
that isn't
Foxians, and the
necessarily
hunter
deadly.
Of all beings. I'm Moktok, a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. I am only one insignificant heir spawned from your bloodline. It's been at least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars. I'm thrilled to see that you are as cunning and skillful as ever.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's whelps grown to look like this? Tell me, Moktok, why have you grown to resemble our most despicable slaves and enemies, the Foxians?
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast, and play along with their hypocrisy.
Well,
Since you have an
welcome to the stream, by the way. Looks like this is your first
what's our
time
next
here.
move to get off of this ridiculously large ship?
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time.
But also, by and large, pretty much any story chapter past like a 0.3 update tends to be kind of filler-ish. But I'd argue they've not put out a bad story chapter yet.
The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have a tight 2-hour window to get out of here. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I seized this opportunity to set you free.
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than a Foxian slipping through my claws!
But we have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the prolonged divisions among the Borisin. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives if it means setting you free.
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless bravery with this plan. Fine. You'll get what you want. And all of Duran's whelps will too.
Well then, my lord. We should leave now.
Before we go, give me one of those magic pills.
My lord, you seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast? That would be a disgrace to your greatness, my lord.
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom. Once I get out, I'll need a disguise that won't raise any suspicion.
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Foxian slave my meal?
No, he's an envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more valuable as a hostage. Take him, guys. Time to move out.
Okay.
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for backup, but it seems like all communication is jammed.
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the Ten Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Just a short time ago, the Nether Key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation, I'm afraid that area is exactly where our enemies are targeting.
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've gathered all the prison guards who can still fight, and we'll split up and secure each floor.
Go!
Alright.
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed, but Borisin tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans like this is simply not their style. Let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please, follow me. By decree of the Ten Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Well,
What did I miss?
me being really annoyed by how poor performance most of the tanks in this game have.
Okay.
That's not actually accurate at all. The reality is, like, one of the game's tanks was just released so hilariously overtuned, even at low investment, that the others just feel way less effective unless you invest a ton into them.
Yeah.
Other than that, as far as story is concerned, main character and Dan Heng were taken into the prison to, like, for the interrogation, and then while they were there, the pink-haired fox guy and the guy in the purple hood from before that were aides to Fei Xiao were going to visit one of the prisoners, and turns out the mechs that the IPC were delivering were planted here to help the prisoner they're visiting escape.
Fun times.
Yeah. And also there was a bunch of stuff with
Hold
two
your
characters
position here.
that
Yes, ma'am.
you've not seen because I didn't live stream that part of the game.
Oh, okay. So wait, if they knew that they knew the air raid.
What? What are you talking about?
So in the freaking in your chat.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm responding to as well.
Oh, I thought you were
Could-
talking about me. I'm like, oh, wait, what?
Depending on how long a delay the stream is on. It could just be that whoever that is came in at a point when I wasn't talking.
There's not really a delay for me, and I could hear
I don't
you
know
talking,
then.
so I don't know. It's like it's a couple second delay, but either way, whatever. So if they knew the ICP was bringing in unknown robots that were just attacking, why didn't
All
they
they
go
knew-
and be like, what else have they brought in? That
They
looks
didn't
like
bring
this?
in anything else. All they brought in was the robots. And the robots were put in the prison because they were demonstrated to be dangerous. So obviously high security is the best place to put them. But it
Oh, they
turns
were
out
put in as prisoners in a way.
Yes, but it turns out that someone orchestrated the robots being designated as high threat so that they would be put in the prison.
Oh. I see. Because I thought they were like, yeah, these shit, like random crates just got shipped and nobody cared about it, you know?
Yeah, like the crates, according to the guy from the IPC, the guy with the really annoying guy with the glasses that Ling Sha made a fool of.
Scott?
Yes. According to him, the cargo was never even supposed to land on the Xianzhou and was only forced to because of pirates, basically. Whether he is lying and it was in on the whole thing, or actually believed that and is just a pawn in some greater scheme remains to be seen. Given how
Maybe it
he's
could be
been
all
portrayed as of yet, I think he's too stupid to actually know what's going on.
Right. That could be.
Too stupid and wildly incompetent to have actually intentionally been trying to trick them into putting these into the prison.
Right.
All right. Considering fights have gotten more and more of an issue, I should probably switch out to a better built team for the moment. Okay, this game's radial menu is
Shoot,
a massive
hold on. I
pain.
gotta put the tea kettle on. 1 second.
%.
I was like, what is that sound? And then I was like, oh.
I saw a video on YouTube where I think it was just like a short, but like a guy put a whistle like on the spout of his kettle that sounds like a person screaming.
Yeah, that would be I Did a Thing.
Yes.
Yes.
He has quite a few amusing things that he did.
Really enjoy his videos.
Oh, no wonder he's doing such a terrible job. I've barely leveled this stuff. Honestly, all things considered, he's doing a lot better than I should expect. Okay.
We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly. Follow me to the next floor.
So, I guess a bit of background because this is probably about to be somewhat pertinent.
Yeah.
The person that was just talking, who was not on screen, is this character.
Mm-hmm.
She and her sister, which is...
Okay, I saw her briefly when
this
I came
character.
Yeah.
The two of them are sisters. They both have functionally the same job, part of which involves guarding this prison and guiding people around inside it, like guiding visitors around inside it.
Yeah.
This character is like an automaton. Like her physical human body was killed and her mind was put into an automaton somehow. She doesn't remember being killed, I don't believe. And also it happened when the two of them were very, very young.
Oh.
Honestly, the whole story with them is one of the more interesting bits of character backstory, but I'm not going to go into it right now.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
It's just pertinent that the two of them are sisters, and the white-haired one, Hanya, who is actually still fully alive, is very attached to her sister, probably by virtue of having watched her sister be killed. And they're both involved in the story chapter, which is why I figured it was probably pertinent for you to know that.
Which makes sense if they run the prison.
The mechanism.
Like, Hanya was the one guiding
It'll
the
just
player
require a bit more
character
work to get through.
and Don Hung to where they were being interrogated, while Zhui Yi, the other one, was taking the two aides from the other ship to where they were going to see that prisoner that's trying to escape.
Okay, and that's where I had talked to you about the whole streaming but I can't join kind of thing.
Yes.
Because they got ambushed.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Not really pertinent in any way to story or anything, but Zhui Yi is also weirdly overtuned for a 4-star character, to the point at which she can compete with some 5-star characters when it comes to damage.
From the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain here. Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape. But, given the urgency of the situation, let's just ignore the usual regulations. The nether key has been activated. I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long ago.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hulei has managed to break free. Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister? Are they still alive?
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some clues. Xue is here. Miss Xue bravely sacrificed herself. My condolences, Miss Hanya.
Condolences. Well, that's unnecessary.
How did they know she did that?
Misunderstand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an Ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as just a soul to the Hall of Karma's document office has become a routine for her. While I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but... By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes, and the other wears a dark cloak, like a fugitive.
No. I haven't found any Foxian bodies. Only Borisin ones.
So, the intruders and Hule are holding the Yaoqing messengers hostage. This is the worst situation. With hostages in their grasp, the prison guards can't do anything about the prisoners. If anything happens to the messengers, the relationship between the Yaoqing and the Luofu could be irreversibly damaged. We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's a glimmer of hope.
So, do you think that's just a really interesting makeup choice, or do you think she hasn't slept in a really long time?
I don't know.
What have you found?
Because it does look like she's like slept very little, but I know there's like some makeups that are super trending that make people look like they're sick. I'm like, why they do that? I don't know.
I do also know, like, character design-wise, I'm pretty sure she's supposed to give off kind of the impression of looking kind of like a ghost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Reconstruct.
It's my sister. Looks like her soul hasn't returned to the Hall of Karma yet. At such a critical moment, her death can give us information that we can turn into an advantage. Let me see. The damage isn't too bad. If I can fix it up, my sister will have a temporary body.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay.
Hanya, I'm back.
Welcome back, sister. I don't know what kind of expression I should have at a time like this. Happy? Tears of joy? Forget it. I'm used to you coming back in all sorts of forms.
Just don't let me be damaged again. I'll lose my memories. This side crane can't hold all of me.
Sister, what did you see when you were killed?
One of the Yaoqing messengers escaped, and the other one was taken hostage and brought upwards?
Besides the Borisin, there were other intruders. Invisible.
Invisible intruders? What does that even mean? How many conspiracies are tangled up in this mess? Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication between inside and outside the prison. And now you're the only person, the only bird, who can slip out undetected. Make sure you deliver the news to the outside world.
I understand. Please be careful, sister. You are different from me.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borisin will escape from the prison.
All right. If we happen to come across that Yaoqing messenger who got away... No. Stopping Hule should probably be our top priority.
Wait! Something feels off. Something's approaching us.
The invisible intruders?
Watch your back!
These abominations aren't prisoners from this prison.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Executing attack!
Like fireflies to a flame, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! I shall set the seas ablaze! Live to fight! Fight to live!
Looks like I've got a winning hand. Huh. Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
So yeah, as you can see,
Some academic value,
in an actual,
I suppose.
like an
Eternal
actual
knowledge.
normal gameplay, Firefly doesn't get quite as many turns as I was getting with her the other day. Still gets 2 turns before any of the enemies have a chance to act, though.
The prison management on the Luofu is truly concerning.
Who are you?
Aren't you looking for me?
Live to fight! Fight to live! I shall set the seas ablaze!
I'll catch up. Looks like I've got a winning hand. Don't ask, just spend.
There's more to life than drawing breath. You'll do.
Firefly, type 4, in position. Live to fight! Fight to live! This is more than a battle. I shall set the seas ablaze!
Just focus on the fight.
Firefly, type 4, in position. Live to fight! Fight to live! I shall set the seas ablaze!
Looks like I've got a winning hand. Let's improvise.
Pay attention. This is more than a live to fight! Fight you live!
Okay. I guess I messed up a bit with that one. Oh well.
Mortality means forever.
I shall set the sea ablaze! Live to fight! Fight you live!
Looks like I've got a winning hand. Huh. Dreams do come true.
Eternal melody.
Joining the battle. Prime, detonate.
Like fireflies to a flame, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! I shall set the sea ablaze! Every victory is hard won.
The prison management on the Luofu is truly concerning. Is that so? At least 2 different groups of intruders infiltrated here. The Wolf Cubs and these Mara-struck soldiers. Their hiding technique, it's pretty similar to the Wind Mantle technique used by the Vidyadhara serving Kailorum Venti on the Yaoqing. What do you think? Well, never mind if you don't have any clues. Now is not the time to exchange assassination techniques. I'm Waza. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf. I was planning to escape and report back as quickly as possible. But now it seems... the prison on the Luofu is a real maze, I must admit.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Moza. We'll do our best to ensure your friend's safety.
No. You can do nothing for him now. And you shouldn't be focusing on his safety at the moment.
Your friend is in Hulei's clutches and you're just going to leave him behind?
Look, I'm the Yaoqing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant wolf fights, and there's no way. Trying to save my friend will only get us killed. I don't know how you think, but I won't throw my life away for a lost cause. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know their next move. They're planning to seal off the entire prison to keep the outside world in the dark. The worst-case scenario, we are all killed by that giant wolf, and the shackling prison is sealed off. No one will know about us or about their escape until it's too late. And the best-case scenario... No, we won't be able to. The best-case scenario would be, we seal the gates and trap the enemy inside with us. We can't let that monstrous wolf escape. Hopefully, someone will eventually notice that something is off and come to help. As for whether we'll still be alive by then, It's not something we should think about.
You sure have a way of comforting people, Mr. Mortson.
As a person of the Yaoqing, I've always searched for something meaningful to give my life to.
I have to make it out alive. My companions are waiting for me.
As a Netherworld dweller, I've already died once.
Yeah. We won't give up. Not until the very last moment.
None of you are part of the Ten Lords Commission, so sacrificing yourselves isn't the right move. As a judge, it's my responsibility to guard this prison, and if someone should step up to stop Hule from escaping, it should be me, not you. Once we reach the gate, I hope you'll help me seal it. After that, I'll do everything I can to fight the Borisin, and you find a safe place to hide and wait for reinforcements. Now, let's proceed upward.
Oh, look at that.
Stab in position. Executing attack.
Like fireflies, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! I shall set the sea ablaze! Live to fight! Fight to live! Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
I see what the deal is. Okay.
Joining the battle. Time detonate.
Like fireflies to I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! I shall set the seas ablaze! Live to fight! Fight to live!
Looks like I've got a winning hand. Can't lose this one. It's my turn.
You hold some academic value. Pay attention.
Firefly, I shall set the seas ablaze! Every victory is hard won.
We must seal the entrance before the Borisin fugitives get out. The prison wardens and mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me.
there. The gate is just ahead.
Sound lingers.
Firefly Type 4. Activate!
All things are as one.
Initiate cleanup. Executing attack.
Like fireflies to a... I will fight for myself. Until everything burns to ashes! Live to fight! Fight to live! I shall set the seas ablaze!
Take your positions.
There's more to life than drawing breath. You'll do.
Live to fight! Fight to live! I will claim victory for myself. I shall set the seas ablaze! Live to fight! Fight to live! Every victory is hard won.
Please stay tuned. Feeling lucky.
Sound lingers.
I will hold them back. Don't let Hule escape.
Eternal melody.
Target sighted. All units on alert. Prime Desert.
Like fireflies to a flame, I will fight for myself. Until everything burns to ashes!
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or... maybe I'll take it all.
Damage sustained.
All in.
I shall set the seas ablaze!
Oh, that's gonna go to waste. Oh well.
Live to fight! Fight to live!
Oh, it's really gonna go to waste. I don't need that
The
damage.
mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
Every petal in life will be swept away by the wind of time.
Looks like I've got a winning hand. Can't lose this one. Stay in step. It's my turn.
Damage sustained.
Pay attention.
This is my shall set the seas ablaze!
Shut it down.
Every victory is hard won.
Sam in position. Executing attack.
Like Fireflies, I will fight for myself. Until everything burns to ashes! Live to fight! Fight to live! No danger detected. But never let your guard down.
This brings back such familiar memories. Memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing. Oh, they're back. They're back. They've all come back.
My lord, we're just one step away from freedom. As we pass through the gate, no one will be able to stop us.
So this hostage is useless now. Kill him, Moktok.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiao. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something!
Maybe this Yao Qing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou. What do you think, Mr. Jiao Zhou?
Oh, just look at you. Fallen so low during my absence. You're even negotiating with livestock. As far as I recall, no one from the Yao Qing would ever consider a deal with Duran's offspring.
I've got to make this beast stay here. Whether it's for the sake of Fei Xiao or the Yao Qing. Deal. I certainly have more value alive. My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding of many things that your minions have no knowledge of. They'll all be valuable.
Lowly beast. Muster up that pitiful tongue of yours and plead for what remains of your life. Speak up.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently returned to the Luofu. Your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I've never heard anything about this. May I just kill him now?
Silence, Moktok. And you, slave. From now on, you'll stay by my side. You'll only speak and move when I allow you to. Otherwise, I'll dismember you from head to tail, inch by inch. Got it?
But my lord...
We must stay here for some time, Moktok. Fear not. Because once I step out of the prison, it's the people of the Xianzhou who should tremble in fear. I'll show them what true calamity means. Now, Duran's whelps, follow me! Prison guards, stop them! For our great Lord Hulei!
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the guard. Those who fail to comply will face severe punishment.
I didn't hit enough
Are
of them.
those just guards on the ground? Because I was reading and missed stuff.
Say that again, sorry.
Are those just guards on the ground? Because I was reading and missed some stuff.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I had it muted because we were having talking, so
Ah.
I was like, oh shit, there's a cutscene.
Weird. Let me... I completely forgot about that. Let me do that.
Like fireflies to a flame. Life begets death.
How much of the dialogue did you see then?
Like at the last.
Just the very last bit of it. Basically, Xiaoshu, the pink guy, is trying to stall the big werewolf guy. So he told him, "Oh yeah, the woman who captured you is back on the Luofu," which is technically true after a fashion.
Sam, awaiting orders.
But that was enough to stall for time, apparently.
Yeah.
I shall set the seas ablaze.
All right, I'll call your bet. Can't lose this one.
Dreams do come true.
You hold some academic. You'll do.
Oh, that was a waste. Oh well.
Live to fight. Fight to live. Firefly, type 4, in position. I shall set the seas ablaze! Every victory is hard.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the guard. Those who fail to comply will face severe punishment, serving as an example to others.
I lost the other one. Really? How are they losing track of me? Okay, fine. Really? Okay. If I can, like, pull a bunch of guys into a crowd, Firefly can just take out a whole bunch of them all in one attack before the actual combat even technically starts.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yet another reason why she's just hilariously overtuned as a damage dealer.
Yeah. Like, what the heck?
Like,
Fireflies
once this finishes.
until everything burns to ashes!
Like, look at these guys, like, except for this one, because I did hit him, but, like, this guy nearly dead, and these two with their break bars nearly gone, before I've even taken an actual turn.
Oh.
Live to fight! Fight to live!
Crazy.
I shall set the seas ablaze! This is more than a battle. Live to fight! Fight to live!
Alright, I'll call your bet. Can't lose this one.
You hold some academic value. Eternal melody.
So, the only major problem with Firefly, which you can actually kind of see right here, is a lot of buffs in this game. Like, their duration is counted according to how many turns the character they're active on takes. So, for example, Aventurine's shield lasts, I think it's 2 turns. 2 turns of the character that the shield is on. And you can see, because Firefly has taken 4 turns before Aventurine got 1, she doesn't have a shield anymore. That being said, nothing has been able to move, so it doesn't really matter.
I was about to say, like, nothing's been able to do anything, so...
That, and also, like I mentioned the other day, she has, for some reason, an absolutely massive damage resistance.
Report! After we lost contact with the Shackling prison, we received a message from a Psycrane. The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hule is nowhere to be found!
What about the Yaoqing messengers and the Nameless?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the Shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of things, but the beginning. The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge, from both the abominations of abundance and the destruction itself. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal's special envoy, I'll dispatch the Luofu Cloud Knights to pursue Hule myself.
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away, once and for all.
Oh. Are they splitting this story across a couple of updates?
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
I guess so.
Interesting.
Well, for now, I guess I'll see what this event is about, but typically event quests aren't usually voiced. So chances are I'll just start it and then leave it be for a while.
This place is so warm. I wonder if there's
I'm the dragon. You say you like me.
All right.
Oh,
now that
it
you're
is
in
voice.
position, Miss March, let's get this lesson started.
I'm not good at acting all master-like. Since Grandpa asked me to teach you swordplay, I won't hold back any secrets.
Oh, thank you so much, Masters. Oh, wait. Does this mean our training is only officially starting right now?
After all, we need to watch you practice for a few days before we can figure out how talented you are, right?
So, how'd I do, Master?
You're definitely talented, Miss March.
Hey, here you are. Did you hear that? These two masters just called me a swordplay genius. Oh, you're right. I almost got all excited for
I
nothing.
expected her to clap back. Now that just feels kind of mean.
Trust me, you're really talented.
Did you hear that? I'm truly a genius.
Swordplay requires rigorous training. Before we start, Miss March, you need to find a clear reason to keep you motivated while you train. It doesn't have to be something huge, but it needs to be clear.
In other words, even though you didn't exactly choose to be our apprentice, you still need to take the initiative during this learning process.
I once had the honor of learning swordplay from a master. She asked me why I started training at such a young age, why I wielded a sword. So, for our first lesson, I'd like to ask you the same question. Miss March, why do you wield your sword?
Why do I wield my sword? I wield my sword to take down my enemies. I mean, what other reason is there?
I also questioned that sword master about why she uses her sword, and she said, to vanquish my enemies, nothing more. Miss March, you gave a similar response, which shows you've got potential.
The best way to take down your enemy is with a blaster gun. I heard a hero say something like that in an immersia. He also mentioned that sword training can push a person's physical abilities to their ultimate limit.
Seems like you've seen your fair share of immersion, Miss March. But if you want my opinion, if your goal is self-improvement, you'll feel just as accomplished even if you put down the sword and go back to your bow.
Oh, come on. Don't listen to his empty talk.
Oh? Now I'm curious to hear what Master Yunli has to say.
Let me ask you something, March. Do you have any specific goals for learning swordplay? Like achieving a certain ranking in the war dance, or maybe you want to defeat someone, like Yanqing, or me?
Who do I want to defeat? Him? Dan Heng? Himeko? Or Mr. Yang?
If you can't think of anyone specific, why not set a simpler goal? Like, how many opponents do you want to defeat at once with a sword?
I'll fight 10!
10?
Oops, that just slipped out. It's actually another line from an immersia.
There are actually a lot of dialogue lines throughout the game that are just references to game mechanics, but it's always kind of funny to see.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think I figured out what's motivated March to learn swordplay.
Could it possibly be immersia about swordmasters?
Hey, now that you mention it, that actually makes sense. I'm super interested in Xianzhou immersia and novels, even
though I use a bow, almost all the great heroes in those Emerja use swords. So I want to be a sword master too.
See?
It doesn't matter. Everyone has their own preferences.
Becoming a sword master who fights for justice and battles evil? Well, that's definitely a good reason to keep you motivated in swordplay training.
Now that you've both given your approval, I have another small request. I want to perform a tea ceremony to honor you as my masters. Remember, you'll need to tap the table a few times with your fingers.
Tea ceremony? Tap the table? Do we have to be so serious about accepting an apprentice for the first time?
Please? That's how those heroes in the Emerja show their respect.
That's even more unnecessary.
Let's just stop wasting time. Just treat us to some milk tea. And then we can start our real swordplay training, okay?
Yeah! All right, let's go. To the Sleepless Earl.
I'm planning on quitting my job at the Sky.
Hey, this is not how it's supposed to be,
Oh
right?
boy.
The Xianzhou is known for its tea culture and hospitality, but you're not treating me like a guest at all. Seriously, am I not a guest?
Dear guest.
Stop! Don't call me a guest. You're not even treating me as one. I want my tea just right. Not too hot, not too cold, but the tea you served was either freezing or scalding. Is this how you treat your guest on the Xianzhou? How fantastic! Your tea tastes like slop, and you even have the nerve to charge me for it! Are you trying to scam honest folks? And that name, the Sleepless Earl, it's so hard to remember. How about we give you a new plaque that says Xianzhou Slop? It suits this place better, don't you think?
Give him a good beating.
Stop! You've gone too far.
Oh, who's that trying to be a hero?
It's me, March 7th. Cause more trouble and I'll show you who your mommy is. Wait,
What?
that sounded lame.
What
hey,
did she just
say something for me.
Oh my gosh.
That's right! I'm the Sword Champion!
Never heard of you. Now scurry back to wherever you crawled out from.
Mr. Scott, I'm Yanqing, a Cloud Knight lieutenant. We've met before, and I suggest you stop causing trouble.
Trouble? Ha! I'm just giving some feedback as a regular customer. The tea here is terrible, and now the Cloud Knights want to stop me from complaining about it? At this rate, who would want to ever come here for tea in the future?
A regular customer? You?
Yeah, what else would I be? The Xianzhou's prisoner?
Anyway, if you're trying to bully this young lady, you'd better watch out for the weapon in my hand.
Huh? Oh, that really scares me. Come on, you're not seriously trying to take my life with that piece of scrap metal, are you?
Scrap metal? This is my sword! I'm here to learn Xianzhou swordplay.
Sword play? Oh, I get it now. It's just another kind of play, right? That explains why you're dressed like you're in a show. You're not even from the Xianzhou, so why bother learning their swordplay? If you're feeling unsafe, I can sell you an IPC mech.
Ha! As if anyone wants your junkyard scrap mechs!
Looks like you guys are totally clueless. Well, guess it's time to show these bumpkins something serious.
This guy has literally only ever suffered when anytime he's encountered the main character, and he's still...
Just a reminder, IPC members. Street fighting on the Xianzhou Luofu is prohibited.
Make any funny moves, and I'll smash that scrap metal.
Hey, relax. I know the rules. These are my subordinates. They got stuck here because of the transport ship incident, and they need to vent their frustration. In the end, it's all the Xianzhou's fault. Well, I can overlook the terrible tea, but now that you're questioning my security, I can't let it slide. After all, I have a courier business to run. With so many clients watching, that just wouldn't look too good now, would it? Instead of wasting your life learning useless swordplay, why not invest in our civilian mechs? You'll have your master kneeling and begging for mercy in no time.
Stop! Don't you dare insult Xianzhou swordplay like that! If you have the guts, I'll show your mechs what I can do.
Huh? A fight, you say? Now that you've thrown down the gauntlet, March 7th, I feel I'm obliged to accept your challenge. Say whatever you want, but once you've seen what our mechs can do, you'll be practically begging us for them.
Welcome, Okara. Sorry I've been kind of distracted from the chat for a little bit.
Oh, come on! How could I say no to a bet?
You could say no to a bet because you've only ever lost them.
Yet, March.
Yeah, right.
But I'll play fair. You go back and learn swordplay from your teachers here, and in 15 days, I'll come find you and challenge you with my mechs.
The story chapter this guy was introduced in literally ended with him losing a bet and having to pretend to be a dog for several hours as which was his idea for the bet when he bets one of the other characters.
Only 15 days? All right. Fine.
And if you lose, you'll
okay,
have to
here he
bark
goes
like
again.
A dog in public and shout, "Xianzhou swordplay is a total joke!" You'll stand at the entrance of Our Room Alley and say it to everyone passing by. Oh, and if that's the case, just forget about your master and become my apprentice instead. I'll teach you how to pilot a mech.
And if I win?
I'll become your apprentice?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't like you.
Okay, how about this? If I lose, I'll squeal like a pig in public and say, IPC mechs are a total joke! And I'll even print that on every mech on the transport ship.
I can't wait to see him doing this.
Squealing isn't enough. You also need to apologize to the owner of the Sleepless Earl and take back what you said about Xianzhou swordplay.
Fine, I get it. But you've got to actually beat me with that little scrap of metal first. You all heard it, right? We'll meet again in 15 days. Let's go.
I'm still worried about the owner. Let's go check on her. Are you okay?
Yes. Thank you all for your timely help. The shop facing a bit of flack from visitors is a minor issue, but Miss March's decisions to challenge him is serious. I feel responsible as if the shop has inconvenienced you.
Don't worry.
I can't stand by and watch someone be bullied. I have to stand up against injustice, no matter what.
Oh, not only do you speak like a hero from an Emersia, but you also have a kind heart. Your charisma has completely won me over, Miss March.
I'm not quite a hero. Yet.
I know you're here for the tea ceremony. Please come inside.
Thanks for the invitation, but right now, I just want to focus on practicing swordplay. Masters, let's save the tea for later.
Sure, the tea can wait for now. However, I have a question, Miss March. How confident are you about the bet you just made?
Come on, how could I possibly lose?
You're right. It seems she really hasn't considered anything. I don't see any issue with it. Let
I think
March
she needs
give
to
it
go
a
out here,
shot.
but-
As long as she trains diligently, I believe she can easily deal with that hunk of IPC scrap metal.
As long as she trains diligently.
I'm now filled with determination, Masters. I'll learn swordplay well and teach that guy a lesson. You're my most trusted friend. You'll be my assistant teacher and make sure I learn swordplay properly. If I can't learn swordplay well, I'll have no one to blame but myself. Masters, Mr. Teaching Assistant, let's go back and start the training now.
Okay. So how have you been doing, Okara? Since in the massive amount of time since yesterday.
That IPC guy will show up in 15 days. I've got to become a swordmaster by then.
Becoming a swordmaster in a mere 15 days is quite challenging.
But we can't lose our momentum, Master Yun Li.
Momentum alone will only keep you going for about 3 days. If you really want to stick with it, you need a solid plan.
No worries. I've found my professional teaching assistant to help me organize the lessons, so there won't be any problems. Rest assured, Masters. If not in me, at least place your faith in him, my trusty sidekick.
Miss March is really passionate about
My
learning
role in
sword-
this situation
And
seems to
now,
have changed
she has a clear
dramatically
goal in
from
mind.
one dialogue
That's
to
a
the
good thing
next.
for her. There are many ways to defeat villains, but if you want to become a true hero, you have to focus on self-improvement. I hope you will always remember this, Miss March.
Got it. It's all etched into my memory.
Since you've got that in mind, it's time for me to set some targets for you.
Please, go ahead, Master Yun Li.
We'll have 3 exams during these 15 days. If you pass our tests, those pieces of IPC scrap won't stand a chance. But if you fail...
That would mean Yun Li is a terrible teacher. And if that's the case, I hope you won't force yourself to take on the challenge, Miss March.
Hey! You are the terrible teacher here.
I understand. In the Emersia, the disciple and the master share both honor and disgrace. If the apprentice fails, the master loses face too.
Well, there aren't that many customs on the Xianzhou. I'm just worried about you getting hurt.
But as long as you practice diligently and pass the tests, we'll feel confident about your duel. Now, let's go back to the first question I asked you. I'm sure you found a reason to wield your sword, right, Miss March?
Absolutely! I wield my sword to become a hero. I want to fight for justice, punish the wicked, and make them quiver in fear and run away when they see me.
Then keep that fire burning, and learn with all your heart.
You haven't said much, Mr. Teaching Assistant. Any suggestions before we officially start training? Exactly! I prefer the cool, calm, and ruthless way of doing things. That's my kind of style. That's enough chit-chat for now. Don't forget to keep an eye on my swordplay practice.
Yeah, yard work is always pretty exhausting. I probably should have done some this week, but I didn't. I don't really have the money to... Or rather, I probably have the money, but I shouldn't spend money on something that doesn't take me a whole lot of time to do like that. So I just kind of give it a look when I get home from work on Fridays, and if I think it needs mowing, I usually get to mowing. Usually, of course, being the key word. Again, I probably should have should have yesterday, but I didn't. Welcome back.
How should I go about this? Did I really just learn that? I guess I am pretty awesome after all.
So, this is kind of the long-standing issue with event quests as I see it in this game, is a handful of them are voiced. But the actual quest part is always interrupted by little mini-games that are usually fun enough to play, but probably don't make for very good live streaming.
Yeah.
Another step closer to star-crazing Glass Greatsword. recommend.
Huh?
That's enough training for today. I need time to absorb everything.
Today, you'll face your first test. It's all about the basics.
Oh, I know. It's float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, right?
That's boxing? But close enough, I guess.
Grasping the basics
Nice.
is crucial to mastering swordplay, Miss March. Focus on wielding your sword properly, making your thrusts swift and strikes brisk.
And parries should be fluid and nimble. Got it.
See? Even March is getting bored of your rambling.
But I'm actually not bored at all.
Miss March is still a novice, so I'm giving her some tips on the basics to help her better understand them. Neglecting the basics will only make you vulnerable in a fight. Even for an extraordinary sword master like you, Yun Li.
Just focus on your teaching. Why bring me into this?
What? Didn't General Huyan offer you any guidance?
Looks like your general hasn't told you to stop hopping around like a sparrow in a fight, huh?
Miss March has been learning the basics of swordplay, and now it's time to put her knowledge to the test.
Unsheath your swords and show me what you've got, March.
According to the schedule, there's a test today, right? I'm ready. Another new move under my belt. I gotta find time to try it out. Better not underestimate me. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. What's this? Azure Dragon, White Tiger.
This is also one of the major flaws of this game as I see it, is no character, to my knowledge, has more than one line, like one possible voice line for their ultimate.
She is a couple.
Well, she, like, my point is, like, she says, her whole spiel is the same every time, is my point. Like, the only variation in ultimate voice lines is some characters have actually different ones when you're playing on double speed, but a lot of those are even just the same one with some cut out.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Of course, I guess as far as like turn-based games, the only point of comparison I have as far as voice lines would be FGO.
Right.
And in that game, characters can range... I do think there are a handful in there with only one, although most have at least two. But some characters have like 3 or 4 possible voice lines that they'll do when you use their ultimates.
Yeah. Well done. You passed with flying colors.
Great! Hey, hurry up and congratulate me. I couldn't have done it without my masters and you, Mr. Teaching Assistant. So if I were to take on that IPC guy now, what would you say are my chances?
You already have a martial arts background and plenty of real combat experience. With swordplay guidance from me and Yun Li, if you were to challenge the IPC's security mechs now, I believe...
You wouldn't stand a chance.
Yun Li's... right.
No chance? Hey, are you trying to crush my confidence? I'm the kind of girl who performs better when I'm showered with praise, just so you know. Wait, are you saying my swordplay still isn't good enough?
I thought teaching March was just something of a hobby, but now, actually seeing her progress gives me a sense of accomplishment.
Oh, really? So now you finally acknowledge her talent, Master Yun Li? Don't worry, Miss March. I've been serious about teaching you from the start.
Don't try to cause a rift between us. Every move and technique I taught March is straight from the Juming art of swordplay.
15 days of training is short, Miss March. Whether you pass or fail this test, I hope you'll continue with the basics, because that's your best shot at winning. After every test, the General would take me to the Artisanship Commission for sword maintenance. Let's go, Miss March. Today, I'll follow the General's example, as a way of acknowledging your progress.
Thank you, Master Yanqing.
So, have you found any information about her?
Yeah, that girl is one of the nameless on the Astral Express. Oh, she's no pushover. Don't you think this bet's a bit too risky?
Yeah, it is. So what? Have you seen those big shots in the Strategic Investment Department? Do they ever make safe bets? She thinks she can fool me by flying under the radar? You there! Get me the most powerful mech we've got!
He's completely missing the part where the people he's talking about have the raw power to back up when their bets go wrong.
Right.
Like Aventurine nearly ruined Penacony's dreamscape when his bet went... I mean, his bet went right and he nearly did that. But... yeah, you get the point. He's comparing himself to people like Aventurine and Topaz and Jade.
Oh my gosh.
Understood. Checking the inventory now.
Now I'm curious to see what this 15-day crash course apprentice is really capable of.
Okay. I will be back in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna see, even though it's maybe a bit early, I'm gonna see what plan. Actually, it's not that early. I'm gonna see if anyone else has made plans for supper, and if not, I'll probably need to finish up so that I can be the one that makes plans for supper.
Okay.
But if someone else has, then I'll probably stick around for a little bit longer.
Sounds good.
you or anything, but if we spend any more time thinking, there won't be any time for training. This is a long training program. You guys really went all out for me, huh? I'm not pushing you or anything, but if we spend any more time thinking, there won't be any time for training. This is a long training program. You guys really went all out for me, huh?
Okay, I am still streaming for a little bit. but since it looks like this is mostly going to be mini games, I think I'm going to switch over to Warframe. I'll finish up this round of the minigame first, though.
Let's do this! I learned so much today. Well done, me. Wonder what I'll run into today.
When did Hoa Hoa meet March? Oh, okay.
You back already?
I am. I decided, since it looks like it's gonna be... I will be streaming for a bit longer, because apparently the decision was ordering pizza.
Yum.
But I figure once I'm done with this round, since it looks like it'll mostly be mini games for a while, I will probably switch over to Warframe.
Okay.
should I go about this? Huh? Jeez, I'm exhausted. I think today should be a rest day. Another step closer. Wonder what I'll run into today. What do you recommend? Okay. Time for your second test. I'll be your examiner this time, and I'll be testing your ability to defeat enemies with unconventional moves. Grandpa always said that everything can be a sword, and that there are endless possibilities for learning swordplay in this vast world. If you want to defeat your opponent, you'll need your own secret move. Speaking of secret moves, I've prepared some flaming potent tea.
Huh? Is that the flaming potent tea from Arumali?
You got it! I saw this immersion where the hero drank the flaming potent tea and started stumbling and shaking all over the place. But then he managed to defeat his father's murderer with his drunken swordplay. Good example. Do you know how to do that drunken swordplay? No. I figured I could just learn it by drinking flaming potent tea.
That's not how it works in real life, Miss March.
Even if I don't know drunken swordplay, I've got other tricks up my sleeve.
I've heard you've traveled a lot, Miss March. I'm excited to see how you incorporate your experiences into your swordplay moves.
Your opponent this time is similar to the IPC mechs. Unsheath your swords and give it everything you've got.
According to the schedule, there's a test today, right? I'm ready. Another new move under my belt. I gotta find time to try it out. Better not underestimate me. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs, watch this!
Commencing classification.
Yeah! Oh, I get it!
Criminal.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs, watch this!
Lower your weapon.
Phew, that was tough.
Those moves were pretty unconventional, but the way you've blended them into your swordplay was impressive. It's like you've developed your own unique style, Miss March. So, I thought you were just wasting your time traveling around with Yun Li's encouragement. It seems like it's paid off.
Well, well. Looks like someone's finally seeing sense.
Thank you both for your guidance. So, did I pass the test?
Without a doubt. You aced it.
Awesome! Hey, Mr. Teaching Assistant, isn't it about time you showered me with praise? I won't be modest this time. My skills have improved by leaps and bounds.
General Jing Yuan once told me that everyone has the potential to be my master. Not just Cloud Knight instructors, but also artists and outsiders. Actually, I was once convinced by Gui Naifin into swallowing a sword. That's definitely not something you learn from regular practice.
So, what do you think your odds are, March?
Maybe around 30 or 40%? Well, I've gained a deeper understanding of swordplay, and I'm more aware of my own strengths now. By the way, in those Emerja stories, the sword masters always hide their true strength before a decisive battle. Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
From the test, I can tell that you still need some time to master your swordplay. But you did pretty well. Milk tea is on me today.
Yeah!
The progress report on the Nameless Girl's sword training is complete. What should I do now, Specialist Scott?
Huh? Are you being sarcastic or something?
I mean, don't I have other important tasks to do? It feels like a bit of a waste of time to keep tabs on some random girl's swordplay training.
A waste of time? No! This is about safeguarding the reputation of the IPC and the honor of the Ember Lord. Are you saying that March 7th can actually take down an Arumaton from the Artisanship Commission with a sword? Come on, an Arumaton is no match for our state-of-the-art mechs. Go and strengthen our mechs even further. I refuse to believe that little sliver of metal can actually challenge our cutting-edge technology.
But the armor's already pretty thick.
No, it's not enough. Reinforce it more. If I lose face, it's like losing face for the IPC and the Ember Lord. Can we afford to let that happen?
Understood.
Okay. Okay.
The old blood smells what it hates, and it smells you. Nowhere to hide.
Alrighty. Cool. Let's change the game.
Operator, Ordis is sorry. Happy to report that all my good jokes are gone. Okay. That can wait, actually.
We've had a few setbacks, but we are going to crack on.
A new day! Splendid!
Neat.
Our noble struggle continues! Ha!
respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
I'm gonna assume those are in a room somewhere above me. Really? Alright, that one managed to get out.
Hey dreamers, we are up and ready to party.
Something's wrong. Capital W wrong.
Okay. That's not what I wanted. Oh well.
You exist to strike. You strike to win. The lesson.
Okay. Okay. Honestly, if that was enough to buy the thing I need to buy, then
We've had a few.
that's probably gonna be it for the evening. Let's see.
We all got something to do. Mr. Fishinacci's got his thing. Mr. Tagfer's got like him.
Let's see what the Voca I have will get me.
Tenno, I talk and talk of changing the power. Be patient with me, Tenno. I am still adjusting to this era. Will there be anything else, Tenno?
See.
I know what it must have cost you to bring me these. This ought to keep to better times ahead.
Bird 3, I may not be able to see Sky Blue no more, but it makes me feel good to help you protect. What do you think?
There we go. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for today because I just acquired food. So I guess sometime probably after the week has started, I'll come back to finish off Zenless. And then after that, I'll move to my new, slightly fewer days schedule. But that's it for today.